Just explain, Florence, what role you play in the community in Cheltenham.
Yeah, I'm the chairperson of the African Community Foundation, Gloucestershire.
So when people join the black community, where do they worship?
The church aspect of it is really difficult because there's lots and lots of churches, but to be honest, they're very traditional and they're not open and welcoming as much as we know what a church should be in Africa.
So is this why so many black people actually end up in black churches in the community?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you go to a church, yes, there'll be somebody at the door saying, "Oh, come in," and being really, lovely and nice. But beyond that, there tend to be really no connection, no engagement. I mean, a good example is in our community. I have a couple who went to a church for 10 long years, had their kids. And when they wanted their kids to be baptized, there was a change of vicar, and the new vicar was more interested in them getting married rather than christening their kids, because the vicar didn't understand that they had a cultural marriage.
So what's your perception, what's your view of the Church of England? You have belonged to a number of parish churches in Cheltenham, but what's your perception of the Church of England now?
I think it's really distant, it's not engaging with how diversified we are. He hasn't moved on. It's still stuck to the ages. I mean, I've been to different churches, and there's just maybe a couple or one or two you could say resonates with what we are. I mean, it's very interesting that most churches do have the links with Africa one way or the other, but those are distant links. What about the links with their community here? How do the people who come to their church, how are they linked in with the church? Because, I mean, it's lovely to go and have, tea and biscuits when you finish the service and everything. But why not say, let's have a mandazi today?
So what's your hopes and dreams, looking down the road, say 5 years, what's your hopes and dreams for the black community and its engagement with the church in 5 years?
I think it would be really good, because one of the things that I think the black community struggle with generally, especially migrants, is to feel part of the society. And the church can play a huge role in supporting this, because if you're in isolation, then there's a lot of misunderstanding that comes between. But the church, especially the Africans I know, come from very strong Christian faith and would love to be part of the church. But if the church was more open, more welcoming, more engaging, more wanting them to be involved, because that's what they want to be involved, then the church can really support the Africans or BME communities to be part of the wider society.